Where will Justin Fields end up? That is the question on everybody's minds as the Chicago Bears quarterback appears like his days are numbered in the Windy City as we anticipate the Chicago Bears drafting Caleb Williams out of USC with the number 1 overall pick. So, where will he go next? On this edition of NFL Daily, I have the top 5 potential trade destinations for Justin Fields, and we will look at every situation and why he could fit for these 5 teams coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, your turn to be Ryan Poles. Should the Bears even trade Justin Fields? Are they making the right move by moving on from Justin Fields and drafting Caleb Williams here? Or should they be trading the pick and keeping Justin Fields instead? Weigh in, let us know in our pinned comment today. Y for yes, in for no, if the Bears should trade Justin Fields or not. Let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers as the first potential destination for the Chicago Bears quarterback. The Pittsburgh Steelers are an interesting situation. 2 years into the Kenny Pickett era, and Kenny Pickett left a lot to be desired this past season as he had a sophomore slump. And I think most people realize that Kenny Pickett is never going to be a franchise quarterback in the National Football League, that just isn't who he is. And so if you're not sold on Kenny Pickett, if you're already throwing in the towel, this is your chance to go exit stage left and say goodbye before it gets worse and to find that escape route with Justin Fields potentially here. This Pittsburgh Steelers team, you look at the talent that they have with Watt, Fitzpatrick, Harris, George Pickens. You're going down the line. Steelers are a very talented football team. I would argue the Pittsburgh Steelers are a quarterback away from being a serious threat in the AFC. That's it. Justin Fields, you get out of Chicago in a better situation, a team that's ready to compete. It's going to be put up or shut up time. We're going to find out who Justin Fields really is. I could see Pittsburgh being the team to make that case and him being a good fit with Mike Tomlin. So, which quarterback would you rather have right now? If you're the Chicago Bears, would you rather roll with Justin Fields or would you rather roll with Caleb Williams? Type J for Justin Fields. Type C for Caleb Williams. Let us know which quarterback you'd rather have. Today's show is sponsored by LinkedIn Jobs. And I got to tell you, LinkedIn Jobs is a fantastic resource. When you're hiring for your small business, you want to find quality professionals that are right for the role. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs has the tools to help you find the right professionals for your team faster and for free, like Chat Sports did with me. LinkedIn isn't just another job board. LinkedIn has a vast network of more than 1 billion professionals. That's with a B, which makes it the best place to hire. Hiring is easy when you have that many quality candidates. So easy, in fact, that 86% of small businesses get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. So easy, a caveman could do it. LinkedIn also knows that small businesses are wearing so many hats and might not have the time or resources to hire. Thankfully, with LinkedIn, the process is intuitive, quick, and easy. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/NFL Daily. That's linkedin.com/NFL Daily to post your job for free. Terms and conditions do apply. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Check out linkedin.com/NFL Daily to post your jobs for free today. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons. And the Atlanta Falcons, kind of similar to the Pittsburgh Steelers here, got a lot of talent, but they're waiting to find that quarterback. When you talk about Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson and some of these names there, they need somebody to get those guys the football. And not to mention, just besides the fact that this team is pretty close, in a bad division too, Atlanta would be a very popular place for Justin Fields among that fan base. He's a Georgia native. He started his career with the Georgia Bulldogs, left before he even saw the football field, ends up at Ohio State, and now this would be the long-awaited, much-anticipated return for the prodigal son of the state of Georgia, Justin Fields. I think this would be very popular. It would be dynamic to see him be a part, he and Raheem Morris together. I like the fit potentially of him with this Atlanta Falcons team. Desmond Ritter's not going to be your guy. You're not in a draft position to go get a Caleb Williams or a Drake May. I like it personally for Atlanta. Next up, we find the New England Patriots. And the New England Patriots begin the new era of Patriot football beyond Bill Belichick. And they'll do so with a new starting quarterback. Mac Jones was the Patriots quarterback for the last couple seasons. Got benched halfway through the year for Bailey Zappi. And I don't even necessarily blame Jones or Zappi that much because the offensive line was horrible there in New England for last season. The weapons were not anything to write home about. This is a team that just needs to hit the reset button. They need a fresh start at the quarterback spot. They're likely not going to be able to land a Caleb Williams here. And so you bring in Justin Fields. Potentially that could be the spark that the New England Patriots are looking for. A team that's trying to take the right step, that wants to find that quarterback and then get everything else right. This could be the first step forward for the New England Patriots and their new head coach, Gerard Mayo. Where will Justin Fields play next season? We've mentioned a couple teams, got a couple more to get to here in a moment, but want to hear from you guys first. Weigh in the comment section, tell us where you think Justin Fields is going to end up in 2024. For the latest happenings in the NFL, NBA, college football, and more, subscribe now to NFL Daily by Chat Sports. And I got to tell you, you are not going to want to miss out on your opportunity to subscribe to the channel because the best part about it, it's absolutely free. We go live a couple times a week. We're bringing you daily content as well. Whether you love the NFL, the NBA, college football, we got it all covered here on the channel. Subscribe now. Lock us in for free. You'll be glad you did here. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Now we're on to Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks. New head coach Mike Macdonald is the man calling the shots for the Seahawks. And he's trying to put this team in his own image now. They got a new offensive scheme. They're going to be running an air raid under Ryan Grubb, who comes over from Alabama, and before that was at Michigan, or at Washington. And you look at what the Seattle Seahawks are doing here. This is a new coaching staff that hasn't necessarily committed to Geno Smith. Now, they did agree to pay him his salary for this year of $12.7 million. But we haven't heard this ringing, resounding endorsement from Mike Macdonald or John Schneider here. And Schefter had a report this week that the Seahawks are open to discussions of a potential trade, of moving on from Geno Smith. You bring in Justin Fields, all of a sudden you have a much cheaper, younger quarterback with potential, and you're a team that's picking at 16. You're not likely to get a top quarterback where you're picking here. Justin Fields could be a good gamble for the Seahawks to potentially go with and might be the long-term answer the Seahawks are looking for at the quarterback position. Last on this list, the Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Man, they've been looking for a quarterback for about as long as I've been alive. Hate to break it to the Raider fans. Rich Gannon is not walking through those doors. Raiders, they need a spark. You think about the talent they have, right? Devontae Adams on one side. You got Max Crosby in the other. There's some real good players in that Raiders team. But Aiden O'Connell, he ain't it. Jimmy Garoppolo, he ain't it. They got to do something better at that quarterback position than what they got. And if Justin Fields can figure it out, if he is the right guy, and what we saw from Antonio Pierce, he did a good job as interim coach last year. You get the quarterback position right and take care of a few other things. It's not unrealistic that we could be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders as a playoff contender next year. If they get the quarterback right, Justin Fields could be just that. Which team should trade for Justin Fields? What do you think? Who's the team that needs to pick up the phone and call up Ryan Poles and say, we want him? Give me a team that comes to mind that would be a good fit that should make that call. Thanks for joining us here on NFL Daily. Have a great one. Like the video if you love the NFL, and we'll see you next time.